a phobia can affect the peoples. Hello everyone, my name is Shamita aqbardeen. I'm studying in Inti Subang, Kuala Lumpur. This is my specific speech based on my public speaking subject. And now, let's know how a phobia can affect the people. In the video, we're going to know about what are the three main phobias people are afraid by. Before that, let's know about what is phobia. Everyone knows phobia is a type of anxiety disorder defined by a persistent and also fear of an object or a situation. Around the world, there have between 3% and 15% of people diagnosed with specific phobias. There are some people ongoing medical condition and or a health concept with phobias. Last, we know about the three main phobias which I googled. First, acrophobia, fear of height; arachnophobia, fear of spider; astrophobia, fear of thunder and lightning. Now, let's look at acrophobia. Acrophobia is extremely fear of height. A person that have a traumatic experience involving your height. For example, a person who falling from the high places, a person who standing in the high places, or a person have a negative thoughts which is thinking that they are falling from the high places or standing in the high places. For example, we can use a vertical staircase or sky bridge which is in Langkawi. They will have a super fear of when you are standing in the high places. We look at the symptoms. What are the acrophobia having a acrophobia? So for older people, they have to be very careful. Whenever they had a high places, they feel so their heartbeat will be increased. They have sweating. They feel so sweating, and there are some people who have a panic attack when they were standing in the high places, which is go for younger adults. Sometimes they feel so sick, falling in the sick, or they feel so tiredness, and whenever they think in the high places. Some people have a shaking problem. Some people, when they were standing in the high places, their whole body will start to shake when they face the high places. Moving on to our next phobia is arachnophobia. Arachnophobia is a fear of spider and also a fear of insect. But mostly people know acrophobia is fear of a spider. It's caused by an experience of one or a multi-traumatic encounter with the spiders. Which let's move on the symptoms of the spider. When they see a spider, they immediately will start their fears. Also, they started to react themselves by crying or they try to escape from the places. For example, we can see this in many horror movies. When a girl was passing by a darkest place or in the middle of the jungle, they can see a mystery box. Once they go near the mystery box, while they open it, there won't be anything inside. But whenever they thought something, lots of spiders coming out, we can see this many horror movies. They will have a panic. Whenever they see a spider, they feel so panic, such as they have a breathing problem, or they started to cry. They started to call your mama and papa, and some people try to escape from the places. These common phobias will have for the childrens. Even they have younger adults to have it too. Yes, so for those people to avoid the places which have lots of spiders, they have to avoid going to the abandoned places. Moving on to our last phobia, which is astrophobia. Astrophobia, known as a brontophobia. It's a natural of a thunder, louder thunder and lightning, heavy lightning. It's experiencing weather related trauma can also a risk factor. Some has had a traumatic or negative experience caused by a severe weather may acquire a phobias of a smoke. Which we go to the symptoms, which is There are some people, whenever they hear it or see thunder or lightning, their all over body started to shaking. They have a chest pain, numbness, and also some have nausea. People are older people will have a panic attack. The person I know, which is quite a relative for me, they have passed away during when they was relaxing at home. They have suddenly they hear a louder thunder sound. They suddenly have a heart attack and they pass away. So it's very dangerous for older people who have a heart problem. They have to try to, whenever they rain, they try to avoid the thunder sound, which they can listen sound or put the loud volume and you can listen song or watch movies, which is go for which are some have a sweaty palms, raising pulse, positive desire to monitor the storm. There are some people will, whenever they hear thunder, they try to hide themselves, such as hide under the bed, or hide inside the cupboard, or hide inside the toilet. For example, which for a lady who going out for a shop or going for outing with their friends, whenever they hear or listen a thunder sound or lightning, they try to react themselves. They try to show off their phobias, their weakness with their friends. So they started to bully them. So they won't have the place to hide themselves. They started to cry loud. So which is very dangerous. The person who have astrophobia who going out. So they try to avoid going at a night time or a rainy time. So they can go out at the daytime or like that. Moving on to our last part, which is conclusion. Since the physical sensation of fear can be also a server, phobia drives people to worry about dread, feel distressed by, and they try to avoid the object and the situation they fear. As the result, having a phobia can be pretend. The things that you are try to avoid, the things that you are forget about the phobias. Extreme fear, neither fight or flight, from William Shakespeare. Thank you so much for watching my video.